Good morning. Hope you're well. Here's Monday. It's a bit of a chilly one here. Don't know what it's like where you're at. It's a bit of a chilly one. The live video is connecting to the Facebook stream. Here we go. We're in the room. Hope you're all right. I hope you can hear me because I had a microphone move about because I was doing some recording on Friday, so I needed the microphone from the studio. So I hope you can hear me. It's working. I did a quick test record in GarageBand, and it recorded. So I think you should be able to hear me. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Things should be all right. But there you go. Hope you're well. If not, just enlist the help of somebody who can lip read, I suppose. Or there'll be a transcript. No, there won't be, because the transcript relies on on the thing being able to hear me. What an idiot. I'll just do it again. That's the thing. I'll just do it again if needs be. But I hope you're well. I've had a good weekend. I'll tell you a bit about it. Friday was recording with my good friend Carl. We were recording some overdubs for the musicians among you. We were recording over the top of tracks we already had. That's the overdub. And mixing some things, which is very good. And then Saturday it was a busy day. It was the perfect example of the thing I rabbited on about kind of getting things ready for next week. I hate the car being dirty. Absolutely hate the car being dirty. And it hadn't been washed for ages just because of all the stuff that had been to do. It was one of them things that just fell off the bat, It happens, doesn't it? It happens. You can't be doing everything all the time, We can do anything, but we can't do everything. David Allen. So I did that, and I've been listening to an audio book about your second brain, about collating all your stuff. So there was some editing of various things went on. There was a digital tidy up occurred, and now I can't find anything. I was looking for where to save my little title, my little thumbnails for this morning. Couldn't find that, but a big tidy up, because our digital world gets out of control, doesn't it? So much of the stuff we have is digital these days, that it all just kind of gets out of control. And I don't know if you're anything like me. I set my stall out. I set my stall out to kind of be nice and tidy and save things in the right place. And then when you're busy, you just go, I'll put it there, sort it out later. Put it there, sort it later. So it was a good digital tidy up. Deleted a whole lot of stuff, and then took a whole lot of stuff and put it in an archive thing. I think, right, I've not looked at that for ages. So that was quite nice. Digital tidy up was really good, and it does us good in the digitally focused lives we live. And I came across a whole lot of stuff that made me think, oh, that's really interesting. I forgot I had that, or had forgot I started working on that. So one of the jobs for today, if I get a chance, because I'm at work, some of the uni work today, one of the things is I'm going to set up a project folder, because at the minute I have lots of projects, and they sit in, like, if it's a self-care shorts project, it sits in self-care shorts folder. And if it's a social work shorts, it sits in the social work shorts folder. And, if it's a music project, it sits in some sort of music project. And this book was suggesting, this book I'm listening to, I think it's called How to Build a Second Brain. I can get you the exact details. It says have all your projects in one place, so you can open up your projects folder and think, these are the things I'm working on, and maybe you can also have what's David Allen call it, an incubation kind of folder where you pop your ideas for your someday maybe ideas. So that's maybe a thing you could do as well. I think it's important. So I'm going to do that, I think, because there's lots of things I want to write. I've got about 4 Word documents with 50,000 words worth of stuff in them that could all be books, and they just sit there. I need to get onto them, don't I? I mean, there's no harm in them sitting there. I mean, the reason I'm not getting onto them is I'm doing other things, and that's all right. They're incubating. They're sat there, So I need to move them into a project folder, and then I need to develop a strategy to get them done. And I have, with one of them already, I have set some time aside to kind of get one of those projects finished, and the others I'm going to diary in at some point as well. So there you go. But then Sunday brings me to how do I seize the moment? Brings me to how do I seize the moment? So I messaged my friend Nick and just said, if you fancy a pint or you fancy a coffee at some point in the next week or two, I'd be up for that. I hadn't seen him for a while. So if you fancy that, I'd be up for that. And he came back within moments and said, I was just going for a little short bike ride, Chester Street and back. It's about 5 miles to Chester Street. And so 10 mile bike ride, about an hour or so. And a coffee en route, he said. And I thought, right, immediately thought, I want to do that. That's first thing, isn't it? I want to do that. But can I do that? Have I got the time to do that? Because I had some bits to do, But the secret of seizing the moment is knowing clearly what you're needing to achieve in any given day. So while I had to go through that process of thinking, what do I need to do today? And can I accommodate this in the moment adventure? Because even on a weekend, I do the diary check on a morning, I do all that stuff like I would do through the week. What am I trying to achieve today? And essentially, I needed to achieve watching the rugby, Italy, France. I needed to achieve that. And I also needed to achieve something ready for work tomorrow, where doing it yesterday was the only chance that I had. And I thought, I looked at it and I thought, it's 10 o'clock. Nick's coming around for 11 to go for the bike ride. I thought, you know what? I could probably do that. In about half an hour, 40 minutes. And I did. Just sat down, did it, got ready, went on the bike ride, came back, job done. The thing was done. The bike ride was had. The moment was seized to do that thing. Because people say to me, Stephen, you say we should plan everything and plan our weekends, but surely spontaneity is a good thing. And it is a good thing. It is a good thing. Spontaneity is a good thing for us. And, the bike ride was ticking all the boxes around self-care. It was doing something with a friend, so it was connectedness. It was getting some physical exercise. And one of the things I'd done, one of the things I wanted to do was go for a run later in the day. And I was like, well, that's fine, because I just trade going for a run, going for a bike ride, happy days. So I was able to seize the moment. But the only reason I could seize the moment is because I clearly knew what I needed to do with the day. And could quickly figure out that I could do it. And that's really important. Didn't want to overdo the day, didn't want to crowbar another thing in. Just wanted to know that I could fit everything in without it being too stressful. It wasn't because it was like, right, hang on a minute, I can do that thing. Like I said, in about 40 minutes, I can do the bike ride. We'll be back by 1 o'clock, 1:30, happy days. And then I can settle down for the rugby. And that's what I did. And what a game it was. It was brilliant. So, seizing the moment's really important. Going on a bit of an adventure you weren't expecting, doing something expected is really important. The secret of making sure that can happen is making sure you know what there is to do so that you can safely do the thing that you're adding in. David Allen says, knowing what to do next is about safely knowing what you aren't doing, what you don't need to do. And I think that's really important. Knowing whether you can do the thing you're going to do next or knowing what to do next is about knowing you can safely leave all the other things to one side. That's really important. That requires this trusted system idea of making sure you've got everything lined up so you kind of know what it is, And David Allen's, what does David Allen say? We can do anything, but we can't do everything. I think that's important. That's an important message, and it's an important message for weekends as well, isn't it? I'm a bit obsessed with weekends at the minute and getting the best out of the weekends. And when I say getting the best, I don't mean just doing loads of stuff. So there you go. I think that's it for today. I just wanted to kind of like a little diary moment, really share my weekend and just say that I seized the moment, just in case everybody thinks my life is regimented to within an inch of its life. It is sometimes, and that's a good thing. So yes, there you go. Have good weeks. Pause there momentarily, did I? It's like a glitch in the matrix. So have good weeks. And we'll see you Wednesday for more Self-care shorts shenanigans. Give it a like, give it a share. I mean, retweet it, share it, do all those kind of things, and I'll love you forever. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be amazing. That'd be amazing. I've got loads of things that I want to do with the YouTube channel, but you can't do lots of things with the YouTube channel until I think you've got 1,000 followers. That's a long way off, but every single increment of a follower really helps. So take care. Have fun with your Mondays, and we'll see you on Wednesday with the wind behind us. Take care.